What's up, Nerdy Nation? Welcome to the Nerdy Side Up. I'm Ben.
I'm Lou, and welcome to the show.
Episode 1.
Year in the making.
It's finally happened. Life admin. Life admin has so messed us up this year. However, it's here. We are here. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah. To quote film, life finds a way, doesn't it?
It does find a way, eventually. But we're here. We're doing it. Episode 1. Let's get into
rock
the
and roll.
pot.
I'm Lewis. For me, growing up in the 90s was just the absolute best. I mean,
So good.
a typical Saturday morning for me, that sound of opening a fresh box of cereals and seeing what toy was in there.
Toys. You bring up an excellent point. Why have we not got toys anymore? Like, they were honestly some of the best things that could come out of cereal. And as someone with siblings, just the excitement about who was going to get it in our bowl whilst we're pouring the cereal in the morning. The fights we had over that.
I can imagine. I mean, lucky enough, I was an only child, so I always got the toy.
You always won, but yeah. Health and safety got mad. Kellogg's should bring it back.
Fun sponges, the health and safety people.
Kellogg's,
You've
ruined
it.
Bring it back, Kellogg's.
So yeah, I'd pour myself a bowl of cereal, and then I'd sit in front of the telly, probably about like 2 inches away from it, and I would sit there and I would watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What a show! I always wanted to be Billy, and that's probably why I'm an engineer now.
Absolutely.
And over the years, the nerdiness has just grown from Pokemon, Star Wars, gaming, Pogs, Beyblade, you name it. And I can guarantee in my parents' loft, there'll be at least one piece of memorabilia from any franchise.
Or all of the memorabilia from any franchise.
Pretty much, yes. But that's another story.
That is another story.
Ben, it's over to you.
Yeah, so I'm Ben. Like Lou, I grew up in the 90s as well. It was just an excellent time for TV, for the birth of video games as to how we know it now. My first sort of soiree into the gamey, nerdy world. Me and my brother got PS1 for Christmas. I remember Driver 2.
Best Christmas ever.
Absolutely. But Driver 2, one of, I think, and I may be wrong here, someone will have to correct me if I am, one of the first not top-down driving video games.
I think it was.
On the PS1, because obviously Driver 1 and all some of the original Grand Theft Autos were just top-down, all boxy. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Then moved into, and I can't remember which one came first. It was either Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PS1 or Pokemon Silver on the Game Boy. And that just led into the treasure trove that is collecting cards, collecting memorabilia, collecting merchandise, diving into the comic books, mainly the Assassin's Creed and Darth Vader comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Massive Star Wars fan, massive Assassin's Creed fan. Assassin's Creed, probably my second favourite franchise of video game behind Pokemon. And I know it's your favourite franchise.
Yes. I've had every collector's edition of the game since the first one. They were all up in my bedroom. In fact, I think I had more Assassin's Creed figures than anything else. And I absolutely messed up when Mirage came out because I pre-ordered it for the PS5 thinking, by the time that comes out, I would have got one. Roll on release day, I get the dispatch email. I was like, can't wait, get home from work, play it, open the box. It's the PS5 edition. What didn't I have?
You didn't have a PS5?
No, I did not. But I was a very good boy at Christmas and I got my PS5.
So you actually managed to play it now, which is always a good start. And then from there, obviously attending Comic-Cons and getting back into my love of collecting cards. Probably the biggest regret of my entire existence as a collector is getting rid of all my Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards from when I was younger. Early teenager, we were in that kind of really, really weird spot as an early teenager when that sort of stuff just wasn't a general thing.
Wasn't cool, was it?
No. So I just got rid of them all and I regret it so bad. But you live and you learn. I've got some cool bits in my collection now and I certainly won't be getting rid of them. And I will also watch any comic-related movie show, regardless of how bad it is. And my word, there have been some bad ones.
Doom, the film.
Prince of Persia. Kind of on the fence with that one. Underrated, really, really underrated game series. The first three, the Sands of Time trilogy, as it were. brilliant games for the time as well.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Prince of Persia was almost like a prequel to the Assassin's Creed franchise.
You make a very good point there. I'd never thought about it like that.
Because when you look at like the free running, the wall climbing, and all things that you did in both games, the only real difference is like on Prince of Persia is turning back time. You could turn back time and replay it, whereas in Assassin's Creed, if you come out the Animus, don't you? And then you go back in.
Go back in and try again. That's a very good point. I have to say, that's a very very good point. But yeah, and that's kind of where we are now. We decided that we were going to share this mutual affection for all things nerdy with the people of the world. We've been friends for years though, so it's about time we started doing something more frequently together.
Well, like I say, we've been friends for however many years now. It all started on a cold, wet day in a well-established supermarket.
Yeah,
but can't mention the name. Well, I'm not sure we can mention the name, but every little helps, doesn't it?
It does indeed. You are not wrong.
Yes. I was sitting on my checkout, and this fresh-faced young man who actually looked a little bit like myself. I did have to take a double check, but he was wearing a nice high vis and a bobbly hat.
Yeah, it was cold outside doing trolleys.
Yeah, I've been there. I did actually generally think I had a twin.
Slightly more fresh-faced twin, as we said, but it's we've been mistaken for each other by people who really shouldn't mistake us for each other. Very, very close family friends and such.
Yes, quite worrying.
Yes, it's quite worrying, to be fair, but
it's a bit like Freaky Friday.
A little bit.
Yeah,
it was a little bit, to be fair, and it hasn't changed since. To be fair, we're
probably never will change.
Yeah, we're probably 16 years down the line now, and it's exactly the same as it was then.
We got talking in the canteen, didn't we, for our love of nerdiness, and I actually think we were probably late back.
Yeah, but I blamed you,
and I blamed you. So
we probably got away with it.
Yeah, well, got away with a lot of things at Tesco's. To be fair,
very, very true.
No one heard that.
Yeah. Tesco's with a K.
Yes, definitely with a K, capital K. We've been best mates ever since, haven't we? And we're always like, WhatsApping each other with, and it's a race to see who's got the latest nerdy news first. And we decided that we would have this podcast and share our nerdy love with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of the podcast, obviously there's going to be a bit of a format to it, but more than anything, it's just going to be a discussion between mates and between people about nerdy things, really. One thing that you will get to know about us is we are very competitive, as most gamers are. So what we decided to do is we started to throw that competition into a bit of a challenge throughout the season 1 and further of the podcast. We haven't decided on the seasons. However, you've heard of David versus Goliath, you've heard of Hamilton versus Verstappen, and I hope some of you have heard of Optic Gaming versus Complexity, but this is a new challenge. It's going to be a new rivalry and a new competition, the Ben versus Lewis Cup. Over the course of the season, again, like I said, length, don't know, it might be 10 episodes, might be 100 episodes, we're not sure yet. We're going to pit ourselves against each other in various nerdy gaming challenges. Winner takes home the trophy, loser does a forfeit. Again, we've not really decided the forfeit. So if there's any suggestions, they are more than welcome. We will take all and any suggestions on board, and we'll make a decision as to what terrible forfeit the loser will have to do.
Can't wait.
Yeah, buzzing for that. Challenge 1, we're going to do rocket racing on Fortnite. Basically, we haven't decided on the racetrack, but it's going to be a simple, all-out time trial. Whoever does it quicker gets that first tick on the board. That'll be done on the next episode of Nerd Side Up Podcast. And if there are any games or challenges that you want us to try out, please let us know, and we will do our best to find it and try them out. Good luck. May the best man win.
I already have. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're also running a giveaway on our Instagram page. We hit 1,000 followers, which we're both still getting over. We started this the podcast Instagram page like this time last year, and by the end of 2023, we had 1,000 followers, which was an unachievable goal.
Yeah, we do. You kind of start this as a little thing for yourself, and you think, well, we'll share it with the world, and even if there's like 10 people that enjoy it, 10 people enjoy it, we can get on board and we can. But yeah, to hit 1,000 followers was just unreal. Seemed like an unachievable target, especially in the first year.
Definitely.
But we really, really appreciate all the love and the support that we've had on the Instagram channel, and now actually we're getting the podcast out. It's about time.
Yes.
Life admin needs to stop. And yeah, but yeah, the giveaway is up and running. It's all the details are over on our Instagram. What can we win from the giveaway?
We have. So our friends over at NJ Crafts have said that they will give us, they've very kindly donated a Pikachu hoodie. There's two options. There's the plain version or the epic version, which I would always choose is glow in the dark.
I don't know what anyone wouldn't choose glow in the dark. Like,
No.
glow in the dark is just cool.
It is epic.
In every way, shape, or form, it's just cooler.
Going back to Toys in the Cereal, I can't remember what brand of cereal it was, but do you remember the glow in the dark Casper stickers that you could collect?
I remember the glow in the dark Casper stickers. Glow in the dark is just cool. Kellogg's need to bring back some toys in cereal.
Maybe we should start a petition.
Toys in cereal's fun. Children of this generation and adults from the 90s should be able to fulfill that finding the toy in the cereal again, because that was brilliant.
Yes.
You should definitely
roll on the sibling arguments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also,
so there's the hoodie, and
also we have a Pikachu like shadow energy frame. It's hard to explain, but check out the Instagram page. It is awesome. Also in the frame we have the Pikachu birthday celebration promo card.
Blank's birthday.
So if you
fill
want,
your name in if you want to deface it.
if you win, we will write your name on it if you want to, or you can keep the card in its pristine condition that it is. Big shout out to On Fire Trading Cards for that. Thanks, Chris. Absolute awesome dude. One of our go-to Pokemon finders as and when we need him.
Absolutely.
He always accepts our missions when we ask him.
And no matter how tragic and desperate it may be, he normally comes through as well, to be fair.
Always comes through.
Shout out to that man for finding us the giveaway. Check out the Instagram, Nerdy Side Up Podcast on the Instagram, and all the details are in the post. Next up, news.
Da-da-dum.
Upcoming news. Now for me, nerdy person in February. The only date that's in my diary, February the 27th, Pokemon Day.
More important than Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Don't tell our wives.
No. Shh.
I didn't know until I started writing up some upcoming news that we were going to look forward to. Pokemon Day hasn't always been a thing.
No. But it feels like it has.
It feels like it should be as well.
Yes,
it feels
definitely.
like it should have been a thing every single year. However, it's a massive thing. And for once that I can remember, we don't really know what's coming next.
No, they have been very hush-hush all about
Yeah.
it. There's a couple of rumours.
There are a couple of
We
rumours.
have seen them.
Yes. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, for all intents and purposes, seem like they've come to the end.
Yes.
We've had the DLC, we've had the epilogue story. Kind of feels like it's come to an end.
I think it's had its day.
I have seen the rumour that there might be a new mythical.
Yes.
Not sure how they'll sort of play that out. It might just be they've kind of given away mythicals recently, so there might be something in there. Gold and Silver coming to the Switch in some capacity.
Yes.
Excites me.
Yes,
and
definitely.
concerns me.
Yes, it's how they're going to do it. Are they just going to, take the approach, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and just revamp it straight onto the Switch?
Revamp Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Arguably the best games in the franchise, in my personal opinion.
Yep.
Feel free to argue about that in any sort of capacity in our comments. But Heart Gold and Soul Silver are arguably the best ones for me. Would I like to see a Let's Go version of it? Yes.
Yeah, it could be done.
Interesting story if they do it on the three beasts before the Burnt Tower and the Resurrection, so what they were before, what they went into the Burnt Tower to save. Seen rumours of a Let's Go game. I enjoyed the Let's Go game.
Yes, I was a big fan. I loved how you could intertwine Let's Go with Pokemon Go on your phone.
Yeah.
And trade between the two.
Yeah. And I have seen some rumours about Let's Go coming back in that sort of format. I'd quite like to see it, to be fair, but what I think I'd also like to see is Virtual Console coming back to the Switch.
Yes.
Gen 1, 2 and 3 on the Switch. There's already the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advanced emulators
Yeah,
on
they've
there
done that,
with
yeah.
previous games. Let's get them on there. And actually, I'd be quite happy with no announcement of any new games to have all of them on the Switch in preparation for whatever's going to be next, and then coming into Gen 10 further down the line,
Absolutely.
because that's going to be next. And maybe at some point this year, I'd quite like Nintendo to announce a new console.
Yes,
The Switch has got to be coming to the end of its lifespan now.
we've seen a few rumours. I mean,
Rumours-
don't always believe everything
No.
you see on the internet.
Absolutely not. But the rumour mill has been a flying. But I mean, I got the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Switch
Yes,
almost 6 years ago.
you
now.
did. Yes, I remember you sending me the
Yeah.
picture of it.
So I've got it almost 6 years ago. That can't have been. There must have been a couple of years probably before that. So we're looking at
Well,
nearly
yes,
8
because
years.
I've got the grey Joy-Cons one, which I believe was the second one after, like, was it the neon
The
colours,
neon,
like red and blue or whatever it was they brought out?
Yeah, so it must have been. They
Mm.
got to be due an upgrade.
Yeah.
So hopefully, whatever they announce Gen 10 when it comes is going to be on the upgraded one. Hopefully, they can finally catch up with the graphics, because
Yes.
as much as Pokemon isn't necessarily for the graphics and the run quality, they are starting to slack behind. a little
Yes,
bit on
it would
that.
be nice.
It would be nice to have them catch up.
Definitely.
Next bit on the news, which I got really excited for, I've seen it about an hour ago. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has just announced Moana 2.
Yes, I've seen this.
Moana 2. I'm excited. Moana 1 was brilliant.
I must admit, I was very late to the whole Moana party. I wasn't quite sure about it. I sat and watched it, and I
So
thoroughly
good.
enjoyed it.
So good. Yeah, looking forward to Moana.
I really hope, and I can't remember the name of the character. Please let us know in the comments. But the shiny crab,
Shiny Crab was just excellent. The song, everything about it.
the whole diversion thing,
Just so good.
and obviously the voice of that character
Yeah.
was in Rick and Morty. So I mean, it's the best
Just-
of both worlds,
yeah.
isn't it? Really?
The best of the best of the best. I hope he's back. And I hope the film is as good as the first one.
Yes.
Next up as well, something else that I saw earlier today. Fortnite x Disney. Fortnite Disney
Yes.
collaboration.
Oof. I mean,
That could be huge.
it's going to be massive.
The collaborations that they've done in the past, the Marvel season, which feels like forever ago now,
Oh, God, yeah.
the all the Star Wars days that they do every single year, the other collaborations that they've had with all the Disney characters and all that sort of stuff. It just interests me. With the introduction of Lego,
Mhm.
with the introduction of the faux Guitar Hero style game mode and the Fortnite Rocket Racing, there's just so much scope to go with the Battle Royale
Well,
side of things
I mean,
that you could have.
I mean, Disney, I mean, we all know it's massive. I mean, even if you, like, off the top of my head, like, the maps that can come with it, it could be the theme parks. You know, you could be running around the Magic Kingdom. You could go from, like, Frontierland.
It's just so much.
You know, but are you going to be able to go on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and hide in there?
Just
And then obviously they do, like, you know, in Florida they do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So at Halloween, are we going to have, like,
yeah,
you know,
is Fort Nightmare's going to become like Disneyfied and all that sort of stuff? Is there going to be just so much scope? They're both massive. It could be huge. I hope it's
I
huge,
think it's going to be
because
huge.
I like Fortnite. I think it's going to be huge. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely.
Across the board, I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be brilliant. Madam Web.
Yes, 50-50 on the whole thing.
I think I'm on the fence as well. The trailer looks great.
Yes.
However, previous trailers that have looked great because all of the best bits are in the trailer.
In the trailer, yes.
And the rest of the film doesn't corroborate to the trailer.
No.
I really, really hope it's not.
Yeah, I think the thing, like, with the whole MCU, like, obviously, you know, up until the point of Endgame, we always kind of knew what was roughly going to happen. It was
Yeah.
exciting.
And they were just good.
Oh, there's no doubt about
Real films
But-
across the board.
now they've gone to the whole TV series, you know, different things that they've done. And I don't know, my own personal opinion, I don't think they've been that great. I think they've been rushed. They've tried to do every character in 10 minutes and it's just rushed.
Yeah.
Again, my own personal opinion.
There have been a few good ones, don't
Yes,
get me wrong.
yes.
But I think the general consensus with the MCU since the end of Endgame has kind of fallen off a little bit. I hope this brings it back.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to hit the lofty heights of the Infinity series.
No.
and in the first few phases and all that sort of stuff, I don't think it's going to hit the lofty heights. However, if it shows some form of upward trajectory,
Could be the start of something new.
Yeah, it would make me excited for the next sort of generations of the MCU.
Talking of Marvel, with it being Super Bowl Sunday this week,
yes,
there are rumours of a Deadpool 3 trailer in the adverts.
This will be good.
This
Deadpool have hit the nail. Both films, for me personally, I think it's brilliant. Having Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine the yellow for the first time as well.
No doubt about who it would be.
It's gonna be good. They have just unreal banter and unreal chemistry in day-to-day lives. They always take the mick out of each other. They always rip into each other. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see this film. I can't wait to see the trailer.
I really hope there is a trailer. Yeah. It's probably the only reason I want to watch the Super Bowl this year.
Absolutely. I don't like American football. I've never got on board with it because I haven't got a clue what they're doing most of the time.
Oh, there's so many rules. It's unreal.
Yeah, I haven't got.
I'm still learning. Like I quite enjoy the NFL. I'm a Saints fan for punishment. I've watched Super Bowl every year. I've been lucky enough to go to a few Wembley games. I went to New York and I got to watch a game out there. Amazing atmosphere. Everyone's really friendly, but this Super Bowl, the Super Bowl halftime show last year was awesome, but I think the Deadpool 3 trailer is the only reason for the Super Bowl this year.
It may top everything across the board. And finally, on my upcoming news to look forward to, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
Absolutely.
30 years since the last one. Probably my favourite films from the 90s. I think they're brilliant.
Yes.
And I'm excited for this because I don't think they can do it wrong. With the characters that they've got coming back.
You've got Eddie Murphy, obviously, as Axel.
Absolutely.
You've got Billy and Taggart, the original characters for them. And one of my favourite characters is back in it. I don't think they got enough screen time in the first couple of movies. Sarge, however you say it, absolute brilliant character. Yeah. I cannot wait to see how this plays out.
I'm so excited for this one. I think it's going to be brilliant. I hope it's brilliant. I can't see it being anything other than brilliant, to be honest with you. That's all I've got for the news. Have you got anything that you want to add to the news?
Not to the news, but I do have one more thing to add. Head over to our YouTube channel and we'll be doing an unboxing of the Scarlet and Violet Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer box from our good friend, the _card_hub on Instagram.
Check him out.
Absolute pleasure to doing business with. Another one of our Pokemon go-to guys. 9 times out of 10, what we want, he can get.
Absolutely. And that's all for now. So until next time,
stay nerdy, people.